AC, an interesting but ultimately disappointing game on home turf this evening.
Wouldn't say interesting, I'd say pretty horrific. Probably one of the worst performances I think I've ever managed a team to deliver. Just had nothing about us at all really. Didn't ever look like doing anything in the game. We looked like our confidence is on the floor. We're not doing the basics right. Miraculously we go in at 0-0 because it was just a terrible game of football, I thought, to be honest. And then, so that was a small positive given the last few performances and half-time scores. But to come out again, we had a little go, I suppose, but didn't really create anything. And then, shock, we make a mistake in the middle of the park, and basically they run through, and Charlie, who's been brilliant for us all season, lets that one squirm underneath him, and us at the moment when we go behind just have absolutely no backbone or no...
We wanted to ask you about this. We seem very low on confidence when we concede first.
Yes, it's a mentality issue, and I'm really struggling to address it, to be honest with you. It's a bit like I said about the individual mistakes we've been making. You can't really coach that. You can only ask players to do certain things. If they're not capable of doing it, then you have to replace the player. I'm now thinking about the mentality of the group, individually and as a group. Is clearly a problem, because when we go behind, other than I think it was the Corinthian game here, when we was in the middle of a good run, we actually turned a result around from being behind. We just don't know how to do that anymore. It's a case of, as soon as we've conceded, we go quiet, we go flat. Players start trying to do their own things, not listen to the instructions, and then we end up not clearing our lines again, giving away a foul. And when you've got a player like Brad Ryan in your side who's got that kind of quality, sticks a free kick in the top corner from 25 yards, game over at that point. So really disappointing. Really not in a good place at the moment as a group, so we've got to try and pick ourselves up ahead of obviously a massive game Saturday against Hive. But yeah, it's tough at the minute.
It's been noticeable over the last couple of games that we're really not creating enough clear-cut chances, are we?
No, we're not. I feel like obviously we've got Malachi out at the moment, but yeah, I don't think it's just something you can put onto the attacking players. It's as a group, we're not getting balls into the right areas. We're not good enough on the ball when we do get into the right areas, and yeah, we just don't look a threat at all. It's really concerning, to be honest. So we can toy around with formations. We changed it today a couple of times just to try and make something happen, and it hasn't had any effect at all. So yeah, I think it's really back to the drawing board ahead of Saturday, and just said to the players in there, we've obviously had a massive conversation. We've had an open forum about what we think's going on, and some interesting comments that come out of that. But essentially, players need to have a look at themselves as well as us as a management team, and we've asked them, do they feel like we're doing anything that isn't working for them, and the feedback is no. So we obviously haven't trained as much, but again, you can train all day long. It's the same for every other team at this level of football. You struggle to get training sessions in because of the games. You have to look at players' work rate and desire. Greenwich today, all credit to them, thoroughly deserved their win, and they had a very young side, but they just wanted it more than us. Fought all over the pitch. They looked like they worked harder. They turned our back four multiple times, and we really struggled to deal with that, to be honest with you. So yeah, just have to try and dust ourselves down and get positive ahead of Saturday, but it's really tough, mate.
Yeah, I mean, we're still a point outside the playoffs currently in the league. Obviously this tonight has ended our cup involvement for the season. All focus on that now.
Exactly that. I mean, there's nothing else we can do. As a club, we set a target to try and stay in the cup competition into January, into the new year. We've failed on that front. Last few seasons, we've obviously done that, so it's kept like an outside interest away from the league. This means we can then reset and obviously focus on that. But right now, I'm just forget about bigger picture. We just need to get a result and a performance on Saturday. And if that doesn't happen soon, then we're looking at 5 defeats in a row. It's not great. So we'll see what we can get squad together. Like, I think there's a few people back hopefully Saturday, and obviously a couple of new faces have come in as well, so that might help. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game on Saturday.
Well, we'll go again on Saturday. Cheers for your time, AC.
Cheers, Nick.